Welcome back to my channel where I help Amazon FBA beginners start and grow their profitable businesses. Today we're going to talk about one of the most important aspects of your Amazon FBA business, finding the right suppliers. After finding a winning product, you will need to find a high quality supplier to make the product for you before shipping it to Amazon to start selling. One of the best platforms to find suppliers is Alibaba, which is a global marketplace that connects suppliers with buyers from around the world. You can find a wide range of products at competitive prices on Alibaba. Now, I know you might be thinking, I already know about Alibaba, but how do I really use it to find a high quality supplier that will give me high profit for my Amazon FBA business? Next, I will share with you my screen to walk you through the step-by-step process of doing exactly that. So here I am on Alibaba.com. To start, you want to create an Alibaba account. You can do that by clicking the little icon here, and you can choose to join for free and set up your profile, or what I normally like to do is just to register with my Gmail account. It's super simple with just one click. Next, you want to search up the product you are looking to source, and you can do that by entering your product keyword in the search bar right here. Now, let's say today I want to source a product that I saw on Amazon, this ice cube tray with lid product. Now I can just go ahead and type in ice cube tray, but if I want to generate a more specific list of products that look exactly like the one we see on Amazon, I can narrow down my keyword search with a more specific keyword. So I'm actually going to go ahead and enter round ice cube tray with lid on Alibaba right here. And keep in mind that you want to do the search for products, not manufacturers. Even though we are looking for manufacturers, we're actually going to start the search process with products because this is actually going to give you better results. So let's type in round ice cube tray with lid, and then you can just click search. And you can see Alibaba generated a big list of products that look like the one we just saw on Amazon. And you can change the view to grid view. And each product page here is made by a supplier that manufactures this product. What you want to do next is to browse this page and look for the exact products you're looking to source. Contact the suppliers for their quotes and more information. And to ensure that you actually find high quality suppliers, you want to check trade assurance on the left side here and verified supplier. This will give you better search results. All right, so next let's go into the search results and click on the products that look like the one that we're looking to source. So I highly recommend having the Amazon product page of the product you're looking to source in one tab so you can see exactly what the product looks like and ensure that you find the supplier for this exact product. Okay, so let's take one more look at this product. Right here, we're trying to source. Okay, this includes 2 trays and 1 ice bucket with scoop and a lid. So let's go back to Alibaba and find the products we're looking to source. Once you see a good product, you can then click on compare to add this product to your product list. And later we'll look at all the suppliers together. So now I'm just going to continue adding more products to our list. And keep in mind that you only want to compare apples to apples. So you want to ensure you only add suppliers, only add products that are exactly what you're looking for. So for example, this is not what we're looking for. So you do not want to compare the supplier, the price for this product. We're also not looking to source this product, so I'm not adding this to the list. This one looks like what we're looking for, not these products. And you can also see how many suppliers we've added to your list. So far, we've added 6 out of 20. You can add up to 20 suppliers to your list to compare. So for the purpose of this demo, I'm actually going to compare 10 suppliers. Okay, that's 9, that's 10 suppliers. Okay, perfect. Once you've selected all the suppliers you want to compare, you can then click compare right here. Now you can see you've gotten an overall view of all the suppliers you selected in a table. So this is a lot clearer for you to see whether you want to even contact the supplier or not. Before moving on to the next step, I wanted to let you know quickly, if you're interested in learning the proven system to make passive income selling on Amazon, you can sign up for my free masterclass to learn the 4-step system for building a profitable Amazon FBA business. The sign up link is in the description box below. All right, next we've got all the suppliers in one table. We want to take a closer look at all the suppliers and to remove any supplier we don't see any potential of working together. Now, there's a few important factors you want to look at when selecting your high quality supplier. The first thing is their response time. You want to make sure the response time is under 24 hours. This means that this supplier has a record of always replying to their messages under 24 hours. So let's check all the suppliers' response time. It seems like they all have their response time under 24 hours. So we're actually going to keep all the suppliers for that one. And next, you want to look at if there's any repeating suppliers right here, because sometimes a supplier might create multiple product pages on Alibaba, and we don't want to be comparing the same suppliers. So let's look at the company name to see if there's any repeating suppliers. Okay, so we just made sure that there's no repeating suppliers in our list. Another important thing that I like to look at is their total annual sales volume. So if there's any supplier with a significantly lower annual sales volume, I would remove that. We can see that they're all around the same. However, I wouldn't rule out a supplier just because of that, as sometimes relatively small and new suppliers can provide you even more competitive prices and better customer service. And next, let's look at their main products. This shows you what are the products they mainly offer. And ideally, you want to find a supplier that's specialized in the niche you are looking to source. For example, if you're looking to source kitchen products, you probably don't want to be working with a supplier that's mainly producing a lot of pet supplies. You want to look for a supplier that also manufactures a lot of products in the kitchen product niche. If a supplier specializes in a wide range of products, it's usually a sign that the supplier could be a trading company with higher prices, or they're not experts at making the products you're looking for. So this is a good example of a supplier that offers a lot of different types of products. These suppliers, they manufacture shaker bottles, spoons, bags, pet production, and ice cream tools. So it's not necessarily a reason to completely rule out the supplier, but it is something that you want to continue talking to the supplier about to ensure that they are experts at making your product, which is the ice cube tray. Another thing you want to look at is their minimum order quantity. So right here, it's also what we usually call MOQ. So MOQ is basically the minimum amount of products that you need to order in order to work with the supplier. If your budget is relatively low, that you probably want to remove this supplier as their MOQ is pretty high. And to remove a supplier, you can go up here and click close, then remove the supplier. Okay, one last thing I like to do is to remove any supplier with significantly higher price. So we can see most suppliers here are asking for 0.3 to 0.5 per piece. And this supplier is asking for 2.3 per piece. You will only know the real quote until you send a message to a supplier to ask for their quote. Because most of the times the FOB price here are not necessarily accurate. So it's up to you if you want to remove the supplier as it has significantly higher price, or if you want to keep it, send a message to them to see their real price. So here I'm actually going to keep it. All right, so that's really the last thing you want to look at before sending messages to the suppliers. And after filtering out the suppliers, you can then click Contact Suppliers. It'll then take you to this page to send a message to all the suppliers that you selected. So I just went ahead and entered my message for all the suppliers. For this initial quote request message, you want to make sure you are writing in clear and professional English. The first reason being is that you want to appear to be professional, even if you're just a beginner. When the supplier sees that you are serious about your Amazon business and sound established, they're more likely to be willing to work with you and offer you better prices as they see potential of working with you long term. So even if you're just a beginner, you want to introduce yourself, your vision for your business, and convey your goal clearly. Another reason for a structured message like this is that suppliers are based in China. And since there is a time difference, you usually would get answers the next day. So the more structured your request messages are, the better answers you will get. So let's look at the message together. So I typed, "Hi there, I hope this message finds you well." And you want to first introduce yourself. So I'm going to say, "I'm Xenia from," just going to type in PLA, just any name you can think of for your company. It doesn't have to be a registered business name. It can just be a preliminary brand name that you are looking to use for your business. We're currently sourcing a high quality ice cube tray for sale on Amazon through the FBA program. So you're also telling them how you're planning to sell the products. We came across your company and are interested in learning more about your ice cube tray product. To assist us in evaluating the suitability of your product for our requirements, we kindly request the following information. So after the introduction, you want to state clearly what are the information you want from them so that they can answer your questions clearly. The first important thing you want to ask your supplier is their quote. So you ask them, please provide a detailed quote for your ice cube tray, including any applicable discounts for promotions for bulk orders. Kindly specify the currency. The reason why we're asking them to include any applicable discounts for bulk orders is that the supplier offers various prices for different order quantities. So that's why you want to ask them to tell you the prices they offer for different quantities. And then you will be able to decide better how many units you want to order. The second thing you want to ask is minimum order quantity, or MOQ. What is the minimum order quantity required for the ice cube tray, both for the initial order and subsequent reorders? So this is to give you an idea about how much money you need to budget for your first inventory order and your future ones. Like we mentioned before, the minimum order quantity is the minimum amount of products you need to order to work with the supplier. The next thing you want to ask is their packaging options. Could you please provide information on the available packaging options for the ice cube tray, including any customization possibilities? Additionally, please include packaging dimensions and the approximate weight of each package. You want to ask the supplier about their packaging options and customization possibilities in order to decide what type of packaging you want to use for your product. You also want them to include the dimensions and estimated weight so that you can estimate the shipping cost later. And next, you want to ask for ordering samples, because once you find a few potential suppliers, you want to then order samples from them to really see their quality and if they are really willing to cater to your customization. So I say, as part of our evaluation process, we would like to request samples of your ice cube tray. Please provide information on the sample pricing, including any shipping costs to I'm going to type in my location, and I'm based in Montreal, Canada. So I'm just going to tell them this. And you want to enter your specific location to get the estimated cost for the samples. Also, kindly let us know the estimated lead time for sample delivery, so you get an idea about how long it will take for your samples to arrive. And lastly, you want to end the message with, we value transparency and aim to build long-term partnerships based on trust and satisfaction. Any additional information or product catalogs you can provide would be appreciated. Thank you for your attention to this matter, and we look forward to your prompt response. Should you have any questions or require further clarification, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Best regards, and then type in your name and your company name. So this is a pretty solid message to send to suppliers you're interested in working with to get all these important information. So you see how I'm not just sending a message and be like, hey supplier, please tell me how much this product costs. I am reaching out to them in a very professional and clear way. I introduce myself, I tell them my intention and my vision for my Amazon business and how serious I am for a long-term partnership. And then I ask them specifically the questions I want them to answer. And I ended the message with a reminder that I am looking for long-term partnerships. And if they have any additional information or product catalogs, I would really appreciate them sending that to me. So now that I've finished writing this message, I'm going to send the inquiry. But before I do that, there's actually another important thing that you want to do, which is to uncheck agree to share a business card with the supplier, because you want to have control over what suppliers you're talking to. You probably don't want to share all your information with anyone that you don't necessarily see working together, because later you might be spammed with all the messages from different suppliers and it'll just be a headache. So uncheck both these boxes and then you can send your inquiry. Oh, and one more thing, when it comes to ordering your samples, typically you can try to ask your suppliers for free samples, but most of the time a sample costs from $50 all the way to $150, including shipping. So this is something you want to communicate with your supplier to confirm. And ordering samples is very key to your Amazon FBA success. You need to ensure the quality of the product and the quality of the supplier before placing any inventory order. You will be working with the supplier for a long time, for as long as you're selling on Amazon. So you definitely want to make sure that you actually see and touch the product before placing any order. All right, so I've just sent my messages. You do not want to share business cards, so click cancel. And yeah, it says inquiry sent successfully. So it would typically take some time for the suppliers to reply, as there is a 12 hours time difference. And after chatting with a few suppliers, you can then decide who you want to potentially work with, and then you can order your samples, test out the quality, and then later decide on a specific supplier you want to work with. After receiving the samples and comparing quality, you can then negotiate with the supplier on pricing and other terms. Make sure you have a very clear understanding of the product specifications and any shipping or delivery cost. Once you've confirmed the order, you can then make the payment directly on Alibaba with trade assurance, and then wait for the production to finish. Typically, you will only need to pay 30% deposit at the time of placing your order, and then 70% once the production is finished. But this is definitely something that you want to confirm with your supplier. And always make sure to stay in touch with your supplier throughout the whole production process. There you go, the overall process of sourcing your product for Amazon FBA. Now, this is only just a small part of the process of finding high quality suppliers. If you want to get a more comprehensive system of achieving success on Amazon FBA, I highly suggest you to sign up for my free masterclass to learn the 4-step framework for building a profitable Amazon FBA business. And you can find the link in the description box below. It's important to keep in mind that finding a reliable supplier can make or break your Amazon FBA business. A good supplier will help you maintain a consistent supply of quality products, which can help you gain returning customers and positive reviews, and ultimately more profit on Amazon FBA. So really take the time to research and vet potential suppliers before making any purchases. And remember, Alibaba is a great platform to start your search. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video helpful, be sure to sign up for my free masterclass on the 4-step framework for a profitable Amazon FBA business. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tips and strategies. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.